What is a success so far within your business for the month of March?
You can go first, Brooke.
Sounds good. Well, I'm at Success Club 12 so far, so that's good. That happened this past week. That's always my goal, is to get Success Club 10 before, the first half starts or ends. I have, how many new coaches? I should have written that down. I started a free group today, so that was big since I usually would stray away from those. And then one more. I'm really posting more about just like invites to challenge groups, the coaching opportunity, just trying to be more open with my invitations to people and just putting it out there more. So
I love that. Perfect. Thank you. What about you, Kelly?
I would say the first part of the month, really, I was spending kind of fixing my account. When the Elite report came out and I saw that I had lost like 100 points, I panicked, and then I realized it's because they weren't counting my Elite points. So it was that feeling like I thought, oh my gosh, like what's happened with my business? So it was a huge, like I went from really feeling low to kind of picking myself back up again. I think I didn't check this morning. I should be at SC8 today. The biggest thing is I'm planning my first team retreat, and it's this Friday, and I have girls flying in from all over the country. So I'm really excited about it. I'm trying to keep in mind that, I need to spend 80% of the time on my own business and 20% on my team. But really, honestly, like the majority of my time this month has been spent planning my team retreat. And I just keep telling myself that this planning is going to pay off, that my leaders are really, I'm hoping it just propels them forward and it gives them a lot of momentum. And I'm really excited about it. But that's kind of where my heart has been. I just wrote a script for a 7-day Shakeology group this month, and I'm hoping, I've never run one before, but I'm hoping that I get a ton of new customers out of it, because I think, people want to know about Shakeology, and sometimes the price tag scares them a little bit. So I'm going to spend 7 days just kind of teaching them daily about the benefits and hoping that they turn into customers after that. And I'm going to put some of my new coaches in the group just to kind of watch, and I'm hoping it'll just provide some education for my new coaches on Shakeology, because at the NLC, I felt like I learned so much about Shakeology from Darren that I just wanted to go like shout to everybody about how amazing it is. And so I'm hoping that like it's kind of twofold, like I'll get some customers and I'll get even better buy-in from my coaches on the benefits to share with others.
I love that. And
I have so cool.
I have great news too. The entire week on the Beachbody Champs page is actually for Shakeology, because on Thursday it's Shakeology's 8th birthday. So all week long they're going to be plugging stuff. So I would say tune into that too and pull content. They are going to be also posting Darren O'Lean's entire thing from NLC on Shakeology. So you'll be able to have that link if you want to share that as well. So yeah, that's super cool. But don't forget that it's Shakeo's 8th birthday on Thursday. So you can have a little birthday party or something for it as well. Yeah. That's super fun. One thing I wanted to let you ladies know, and I know, Kelly, that your report is still getting fixed. So obviously when you're filling out your numbers, I would just say to you is fill it out how it should be. And, and then we'll just kind of, if you want to leave the ranking or whatever blank, because basically her HD got messed up. And so it threw everything off. And so do update it as it shall be. When we get that new report, obviously we'll see the reflection of the change on it, which will be awesome. One thing I want to let you ladies know, though, that they did go back and update the CPV categories. So basically they backdated it till the first of the year, since the first of the year. And any customer, like a new customer per se, remember how we were running into that issue if they were a new customer but had never ordered, yada, yada, yada. If they were a new customer and yet never ordered anything, say they were 2010, 2015, and they have never placed an order, as soon as they place an order with you, that is actually their first order, and you would get the points for it now. So that has been backdated, just to let you know. But keep in mind there is a difference with customers and with coaches. We do track customers based off an email address, where coaches we track off a coach ID. So that's where the difference is. So just keep that in mind, but they did backdate it. So maybe a probing question would also be, have you ever ordered with Shakeology or Beachbody before? So then you obviously know kind of where they're at, I guess you would say. So just a little update on that. So thank you, ladies, for telling me your wins so far for the month. Those are all incredible things. I would say for you, Kelly, your retreat is really how are they going to then take the content and turn it into really building their business,
Mm-hmm.
And I would also say it will go really, really, really well. I would say just to set the tone of what the whole purpose of it is, and of course it's really just the bonding and the excitement together and getting away from children for once. No offense to you, Miss Brooke, while you're
I was like, no, please. Can I come?
Yes, seriously.
Oh, so cute. So it's just an opportunity to really be together. So really, it's so special. You'll absolutely love it. And I would just say, set really great goals together so that you can all work together. And I think today's talk will be amazing because we're obviously going to go over sharing the vision of Elite with your team. So that is a big, big, big one. I want to ask, because obviously since we know that the numbers are a little off, and actually I'll get into that in 1 second. I apologize. I just wanted to find my paper. But some exciting things, and I want to have Brooke share with us because Brooke was the winner of the contest for the Brittany Powers call. So can you tell me one of your biggest takeaways, if you don't mind?
Yeah, one of my questions that I asked her was just like how long you work your business every day, because for me, I'm like, I really want to know what it takes to go like top 10. And so for me, it was really eye-opening, like seeing how much, but how efficient she works as well. And I really liked how she hones in on social media and just really being present on there, posting 5 times a day, and really using that as a platform to build relationships with and engage in conversations so that you're building your network kind of naturally. And I mean, she said she personally invites through private message, but you could kind of get a feel for, a lot of it is social media driven for her, which I thought was pretty cool.
So how many hours does she work?
She works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday really intensely and does a lot of heavy inviting on Mondays, 6 hours each day. And then she might work 6 hours on Thursday, but it's kind of hit or miss, I think, is what I gathered. So, but I don't know, I don't think she said if she works on the weekend. I mean, I would imagine she does a little bit. It's kind of hard to just totally unplug sometimes, but yeah, I know. I need my notebook. I forgot to bring it over here. I was going to open it up and share. I took 3 pages of notes, so.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, share your little nuggets when you're ready, but that's amazing. I mean, she is very, very diligent. She has 2 babies and that's her main focus. And so I love that. So yeah, if you think of anything else, please do chime in and let us know.
And GCR, or she just seemed more efficient on her getting started right calls. She doesn't do getting started right calls, calls with prospects. So she does coach sneak peeks instead of sending a webinar and then getting on the phone with a coach prospect, which for me, I've always been doing, sending the webinar, getting them on the phone, and then talking, about their questions and their goals and things like that. And with him, it's a little bit different. It's a little too difficult. Life is really busy. So I felt really good after she said that. It kind of gave me permission to just, to find a different way to do things maybe.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
And so some really cool things. Let me just look at this real quick. So Kelly, what's crazy, I know your report was wrong, but you still increased 8 points over last from January to February. How many points was it actually?
I don't know that because I'm totally struggling with figuring out those last categories. I feel like I can tell you my SC points and I can, my new coaches, but to figure out who's been a customer before, I feel like, I mean, it takes me forever to look at the report. And every month I'm like, there's got to be an easier way. I feel like, and Brooke, maybe you have a suggestion for me, but like I'm going back into my first and second CBCs and trying to like scroll through and look at dates and it's not sorting for me. So I don't know if you have suggestions.
So this is for specifically what now again?
Well, the like category 3 on there. How are you quickly?
So the CPV.
Mm-hmm.
That's the customer, right?
Yep.
I just kind of look at I'm so visual. Crap. Like when you tally up at the end, just looking and filling it in the Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, isn't it just underneath the Elite report ranking or no?
It is. So I would say, Kelly, don't overthink it. All I want you to do is actually just tally. Every time that you sell a challenge pack to a customer, that's just mark 1. Every time that you make a new coach ad, mark 1. And then the actual final number that comes, we can see, because basically if you had four new customers and say you gained 2 points, right?
Right.
That literally means that they did 1,000 PV. Because you get a point. So I would just say tally. A good benchmark, because it is hard with them. I would really just, on that CPV, the PSPV category, aim for 3 to 4 in both of those. 3 to 4 new customers, 3 to 4 new coaches, and just tally them. And then when you get the report, we can kind of see it. But I wouldn't overthink it anything more than that. Because for you to fill it out should take 2.2 seconds, because you should literally go into your back office, pull your elite report, put in your points, and then from there you'll see the trend. Does that help?
Yeah, that does. And once my elite report comes out, it makes sense. But like the week before the elite report came out, like the first week of the month, I was struggling to find where to find anything because it hadn't, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. So yeah, you're going to have to physically track it yourself and then wait for that elite report to come out on the second Friday of the month. Yeah. So I would just say from here, fill it out, go in and fill out your numbers. And then when the new report comes, we can kind of see the difference of it, but you're probably going to increase. I mean, you already increased 8 points over January, and your numbers are wrong, which is a really great month.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So let me just ask you this. So if I have somebody that ordered like a year or a year and a half ago as a customer, and then, because this just happened to me, and then she just ordered a challenge pack as a coach, she just signed up as a coach, is that going to be anything because she was previously a customer? So
no. So now she would count as a coach. I mean, it would mean something. It'd mean that she's a new coach for you, and you get points for the challenge pack.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not for the customer.
Nope. A customer has to be a customer. So if you think about the whole point is of meet them where they're at. They're a customer, meet them as a customer. Because if you convert them too quickly, then you're not going to get your CPV points. But as you know, the cap on the CPV category is a lot less than the cap on the PSPV category.
Right.
So yeah, great question. Do you have anything, Brooke, that you want to add on to that?
No, I just, I've been getting better at signing up, meeting people where they're at and doing the customer base. And a lot of people this past month have they've been wanting to get into coaching eventually anyways. And so those are more people that I was signing up as coaches right away anyways. But yeah, I've been better at that, customer signups.
Definitely. Great question. So yeah, and then Kelly, if you're still like, oh crap, what do I do? Just message me and I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
But you both of you had an incredible one. Now, obviously Brooke did win the call, and you also won a pink water bottle. Yay! So I'll send you this, which was super fun. Brooke increased 20 points. She went from 9 to 29 points in 1 month.
Wow, that's awesome.
Girl, you did amazing. I'm so proud of you and your team. Really kicked some booties. So I love all your successes, and it really sounded like, you just kind of took that energy and that focus from February and carried it into March.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, and I started up a Star, Diamond, and Beyond group for my Diamond leaders.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get us all on the same page and just have us feel a little bit closer, since we're all on a little bit different level. So yeah, so we have our little Zoom call tonight, so that'll be good.
So Serena did the same thing. So she's like, I kind of mocked what you guys are doing here. And I carried over the energy and the excitement to that. And she said the same thing, that they're loving it, and she's doing prizes and really just finding a way to hold them accountable. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, and then from there, what's super awesome. So we have 15 amazing, talented rock stars in our group, and we had 113 points earned last month as far as elite points go. So that's an average of 7.53 points per coach, which is incredible. We had some coach that maybe hit 0 or maybe 2, but the majority were high. Everybody increased a significant amount. And then I would just say, just make sure, that your numbers are updated. And I didn't say this on the other call, but you do not need to send me a picture of your of the tracking, because I really use that for you, but I would really love for you to always fill out the Google Doc, because then that way you can really see where it's at. If you're having a problem, so Brooke, yours needs to be filled out too. Deanna, hers is filled out perfectly. So if you're like, okay, how do I reference this? Literally just pull your numbers from your elite report and plug them in, but she filled hers out exactly, so you can kind of reference that. And at the end of each month, when you do get that report, just make sure you fill them in so you can see where you're tracking. It's great to see your progression, because if not, you're pulling that elite report and then it does disappear when you get the next month on that.
Right.
So I guess we can just jump into, because I want to talk about this, and I think this will be amazing, especially for Kelly doing her retreat this weekend. But share with me how you have shared the vision of Elite with your team. And if you haven't yet, it's okay. I have plenty of coaches that have not, but have either of you done so yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So do you ladies mind speaking on how you shared it and just how it went about, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Either one of you can go first.
Can I go first, Kelly?
Sure. So right in January, so my team knew I was pushing really hard for Elite at the end of last year, and they were totally behind me. And that's actually the reason I'm doing this retreat, because honestly, we blew it out of the water as far as points. I came up short on the diamonds. And so I felt like I still wanted to honor them at the retreat for being premier and all that. So I just kicked off January like, this is a non-negotiable. I made a video on my team. I had our team set some goals together on a call. And then I actually, one part of my retreat this weekend is to kind of go through what it's going to look like to be an elite team. And my goal is to sponsor at least 2 elite coaches this year. So I'm hoping that by kind of empowering some of my diamonds who are really pushing, that'll strengthen everything, because, it builds from the bottom up. And I really feel like my team is on board this year. They're strong, and I have a lot of really good leaders. So I just, I think they all know. I think they knew, like, in November last year. They knew the whole year, but they knew we were really, really pushing in November last year. And I think they all kind of have that vision for this year.
I love that. Thank you so much. What about you, Brooke?
Yeah, kind of the same thing. Like my team didn't really know I was pushing for Elite last year, even though I more so was towards the end of the year, especially just after educating myself, like, what is Elite? And then really started to push for it. And I opened up with them how I missed it and how I was really sad about it because I really wanted it. And I think like the beginning of January 1st, around that time, like when the new year started, and I shared like what number in the company I was and just how my goal for this year is to go elite and have us be an elite team and like a top 10 team and all this stuff. And I basically was like, who wants to go elite with me? Post below. And it created all this energy, and everyone's like, me, like, I want to do this with you. I want to go all in, and just creating this energy. And I made this live video after I was reading the 10X rule. It just pumped me up because it talked about goal setting and how you just have to set really big goals and don't make them unrealistic, make them big and lofty, because, why hold yourself back? And I just talked about how, you have to talk about your goals as if you've met them already and to write them down in that manner. And so I did a live video about that and just really pumped them up and had a lot of energy, and it just pumped everybody up, and it made them want to shoot for that goal and to post their goals below. And a lot of them posted that they wanted to go elite, even though they didn't know what it was, but it sounded freaking awesome the way I put it. So I'm going to have, have them educate themselves just so they don't make the same mistake I did last year.
I love that.
Yeah.
So on the earlier call, I'm going to mute you guys just real quick. I'm getting a little pushback. Okay. There we go. And you can unmute yourself if you would like to. So that is beautiful. I have a lot of coaches on the first call. Half of them did share, half of them did not. And it is just the fear. And I know exactly kind of like what you were saying, Brooke, I'll unmute you. But like, you didn't really talk about it because you weren't familiar with it. You weren't comfortable in it. And that's my whole goal here is when you become an elite coach, is just your confidence. That I think that's the number one thing that I love about my elite coaches. It's like, yes, they get all these accolades and they get all these amazing swag prizes and they just get all the recognition. But most importantly, you have a team behind you and you have the amount of confidence that you're like, okay, I get this. Okay, I understand this. Now I can do this. I can help others to achieve this goal. Reminder, you are a leader because you fearlessly go first. And I don't want your coaches to look past you to see that it's possible, So really just sharing your vision, something just like you ladies, now that you're sharing your vision, your new coaches, especially if you have brand new coaches signing up this month, they're excited because they see that your big picture, what you're working towards, they want to be part of it. A lot of coaches in the lower ranks will not set a goal and go after it per se, or they're just kind of like, I don't know. But if they know it's towards a big team goal, they're more apt to really understand it and push forward because they see, oh my gosh, I'm working together with my team. And, it's easy for them at that rank to let themselves down. They've done it 8 billion times. But if you can get them that bigger vision of why we working together as a team is so important, they're more apt to stay in it, which is incredible. So thank you, ladies. I love both of you saying that so much. I would just say continue to share that passion, continue to share that vision, continue to, if you have a Rockstar coach that does first sign up, please share with them the Premier Goal Guide. Most of my coaches go right to the Elite Goal Guide, but I will tell you the Premier Goal Guide is an opportunity for them to see what it will take to get the ball rolling. And I say that, I'm not sure if you ladies heard me say this before, but last year when we were making phone calls, we're like, oh my gosh, you're so close to Premier. And the coach would say, you know what? Well, I was actually working towards Elite and I'm not going to hit it, so I'm not going to work towards Premier. There's no point. And it's like, what? Yeah. I'm like, no, Premier is such a huge first step within your business. It's such a huge accolade. And it's just because most of the time coaches are like, oh, Premier, just go towards Elite, and it's like one of those things like they don't really talk about the importance and how amazing it can set your business up for success. And it sets you up working towards the right habits. And, now we know the Elite program and the compensation program really go hand in hand because we're building leaders. Mm-hmm. And so I would just really say, make sure if you have somebody that's like, yeah, I'm going towards this, like show them that. They do not get an Elite report until they hit Diamond. And so this is a way for them to track their business. Of course, tracking your business, when you get too numbers driven, then it kind of loses its fun. And a lot of my coaches go the opposite direction of that. So don't do that. Track it so at least you know where it's at, but continue on focusing on the relationship building part because that is what we know is the most important. Whew. That's my little plug. But I love that you ladies really did share that. Really, Kelly, share with them, in this business right now, with them being so new where they're at, they're literally playing checkers. They don't start playing chess until they get to, maybe 3, 4, 5-star Diamond. And so just really teach the basics of, what, all you need to do is help 3 people. And this is how you need to do that. You need to get your products paid for. The next call the other ladies wanted to talk about was, of course, recruiting. And then many of them, and I have coaches of all ranks that run into this, where their coaches will end at Success Club 4. And they will not help one more person, right? Yes. Okay. It's a common occurrence.
I can't even handle that. I think we had 3 coaches do that this last month.
That's what we're going to talk about, is just really how to instill the vision of helping one more person, getting their products paid for, because it is a common epidemic in all ranks. I will tell you that. So other than that, ladies, are you feeling pretty well this month? I mean, you literally have 3 weeks to make it a great, great month. Are you feeling good?
Yeah, just need to increase my numbers and talk to more people in private message. It's hard to keep up with all the messages. I can't lie, but I'm trying.
Yeah. Oh, totally. What about you, Kelly?
I'm good. It's a big struggle. I think I've mentioned to you, but I went from having like an amazing leader above me, a coach that really mentored me, and then she basically dropped off the face of the earth. And I have like just been floundering, and I know like a lot of people don't have any leadership above them. So I'm trying not to use it as an excuse, but it's just a whole new world for me to not have a mentor. So thankfully Tara Carr is like 3 up from me, and she's, when I need her, she's been there, but I feel pretty alone right now as far as my business is concerned. So just navigating a world that I don't have like the inspiration from, if that makes sense. Like when I was at the NLC, I was thinking of like the girls that have all these top coaches as a mentor, and they get to watch exactly what they're doing and see all their secrets. And, even just to get on a call with like Brittany Powers and say, what does your day look like? I don't have that. And Tara, was a top 10 coach for a couple of years, but she doesn't work her business like she used to. So I don't have, she's really successful because she's team, but she's not doing those daily behaviors like I would love to be able to see. So that's just been a struggle for me, and I'm working through it. And I think that's sort of what's made this a much slower start this year than I had last year. And I think I'll get there. I just need to kind of work through some stuff.
No, I get that. And I would say that's probably the hardest situation compared to somebody that comes in and never has leadership. And, to have leadership and then just have it, literally taken away from you. So I would say this, it is going to be you figuring out, but I would say find a deeper reason and a deeper why you need to create that now for your team, and really that bond and that community. Because I will tell you, I work with coaches that have top coaches as their coach, and they don't take advantage of it. And so it's like kind of one of those things that's like, they're not even grateful for what they have. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you have an amazing mentor. Or I work with coaches that have no mentor. And so in your situation, that's completely harder, I would say, because to have it and then just taken away from you, it's like, whoa. But I would say, take those amazing qualities and what you loved in that mentor and that leadership and really create that on your team, because this is your opportunity to really show that, and then really rely on these women in this group. They're just like you. Every rank within no man's land is kind of in here, and I love it because it's focused on the activities. So we're not focusing on rank. We're really focused on the activities of working your business. So really rely on these women and rely on me on what you need, because we are willing to give you that love and that support that you need.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
Kelly, I come from the same thing. Like my upline isn't my direct upline isn't active in this hardly at all. She kind of dabbles, and then my upline's upline, she kind of went MIA after she had her baby. So there's not really anybody serious above me. There's Christina Sullins, but she works the business pretty well. Christine Dwyer is above Christina Sullins then. Sorry.
So we're in the same lineage. Because I went to Platinum Edge this year.
Oh yeah. Yep. So for me, like I focus on my team and I don't know, I guess I never really thought about it, but it is hard. You kind of wish some days that you had some more mentorship, but I just go and watch a YouTube video or something from a top coach. And, that's how I pretty much learn my business is YouTube.
I watch it every single day when I work out. That's all I do. I mute my workout and I watch a YouTube video, and that's how I've tried to do everything. Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Just keep it going and just create your own little thing, and you have, so you're in a great position.
Love that. All right, ladies. Well, what do you need from me? Anything at all? I know you're self-sufficient. Just know that I'm here for you. I'm in the office this week, and then part of next week, I'm flying out to Tony Robbins in LA next Wednesday, so I'm gone for the rest of that week, but I'm literally in the office for the next 10 days. So please do not hesitate to reach out. I'm super proud of you, both of you, for working so hard in February. And I promise you, just keep that momentum going. Really, really build off of your incredible months. Build off of your diamond retreat that you have coming up. And really, these are your opportunities to really see who your leaders are and hold hands with them and take them with you. So I would just say, like I said, time and time again, reach out if you need me. Do not sit back and do this alone. There's no reason to do that. Please update your numbers. But ladies, amazing, amazing February, and carry it into the last 3 weeks of March, okay?
Yes. Have fun on your retreat, Kelly.
Thank you.
So fun. Can't wait to see pictures.
I know, right? Okay, ladies, you have a great day. Bye, Easton.
Sorry for the farting noises.
Oh, I loved it.
Bye, guys.
Bye, ladies.